All right, we're gonna go through the steps to operate the polishing lathe. You have your tray set up that has the rag wheel and then a mouth guard that you're gonna polish, a cup with some water, and then a little pile of the pumice here. And then this is our polishing lathe. It has a switch here. The middle is off, to the left is slow, and then to the right is fast. We're gonna operate it in the slow position when we show you how to turn it on. First thing you want to do is go ahead and you want to get the rag wheel damp first. Just squeeze any excess water out of there. And then to place it on the lathe itself, you want to place the shield down, and then you're going to hold the sides of the rag wheel, and then you're just going to turn it on slow so it starts spinning, and then you're going to just guide the rag wheel onto the post. And then it will grab hold of it. It expels any excess water onto the shield. So once it's on, you can turn it off. We're gonna wipe off any water so then it's not in your way when you go to polish. All right, next you're gonna make what we call a slurry using the pumice and a little bit of water. It should be the consistency of like damp sand, and so it shouldn't be too runny. So you can add a little bit at a time, and you're just gonna mix it right on your tray here. The idea with pumice, it's kind of grainy, and so it helps polish the appliance. And if you have a little too much water, you can always just soak it up with a paper towel, or the tray liner ends up soaking it up too. But the graininess of the slurry, the pumice mixed together, it helps polish any appliances like dentures or partials, mouth guards in an office that have been adjusted with the lab handpiece. They can be really rough, and so using the pumice and the rag wheel help really smooth and polish up any appliances. So here, when you guys go to do the checkoff, you're just going to rub some of the pumice on the mouth guard itself, on the outside, not the inside of it. And then we're going to turn on, make sure again the shield is down. Turn it on to slow, and then you're going to put your hands behind the shield. Make sure you have a nice firm grip, and you're just going to go around the outer surfaces of the mouth guard, just polishing it, making it nice and smooth. If you need to check and feel for any rough edges or anything, you can just pull it out to the side there, and then go back and do the same thing. And then in office, if this was gonna go be returned to a patient, we would rinse it off really well, put it in some like mouthwash or something to make it so it doesn't taste like pumice. And then we actually sterilize those rag wheels. We would put them in a sterilization pouch like this, and we can run it through our heat sterilizer. And then we're gonna show you how we wipe down and take apart the lathe here. So it turned off. We're just going to unscrew the rag wheel, place it on your tray. You can lift up the shield here, and then we're going to take out the barriers. The tray pops out of there, and it's just one of the headrest covers. So we're gonna, and then there's another piece of saran wrap that lays in the back, so the water and the pumice don't get all over that. So you want to take that all apart. Take the paper towels that you had, wipe down the shield and the screen, and then you throw all that away. And then we're gonna just make sure there's no debris or anything. Take off your gloves, and to put on fresh barriers, you're gonna do that bare-handed. You're gonna grab a piece of saran wrap here, and the saran wrap lays in the back of the shield. You just kind of, that whole thing moves, so
I can show it too. There's a
way up in there, and then it lays across the back of it. It doesn't have to fit in there perfectly or anything, just enough to keep it in place. And then one of the headrest covers is what the tray will go in. And you slide that back in there, so now it is clean and good to go for the next person. So fresh barriers, the shield is clean and wiped down and up, and then we know that it would be ready for use again.